PrimeTime Press, and we're talking to ex-WWF superstar, the sexy Sean Casey. Sean, you're a very good showman, first of all. Who did you copy, or not necessarily copy, but emulate your style from? Who would you say?
You know, that's something that a lot of people make mistakes. They call things copying in wrestling, but like in music they call it influences. Like if you play guitar like Jimi Hendrix, you don't say you copy Jimi Hendrix, you say Jimi Hendrix might be an influence of yours. So I don't know, probably if you could tie a bunch of people all up in one. I grew up a huge fan of the Rock and Roll Express. Always looked up to Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. I mean, I thought, gosh, these guys are like rock stars, they're wrestlers. They're like wrestling rock stars.
Yeah.
And so, you know, a little bit of them. Love the Rockers, you know, a little bit of them. Brian Pillman was the very first person to train me. A little bit of Brian, and maybe a little Billy Gunn, a little John Morrison, and wrap it all up in one, and like maybe that's me. I don't know.
Okay. And I always ask this. Usually my first question. I had to ask that first question. What was it like when you went home? You told your parents, I want to be a professional wrestler?
That was ridiculous. Like most people, they say, go ahead and do like the normal thing, get a regular job, go on and get a 9 to 5 or whatever, because that's what the whole world teaches. You have structure, and this is for sure thing, and wrestling, you never know. So you don't ever know, but if you don't follow your dreams, you'll never know. And once you're dead, you can't find out later.
Right, exactly. And talk about whenever you first started wrestling, how you got your break. You stepped into OVW, correct?
Yeah.
Was that your first step, or what, did you wrestle?
No. Long before that, I got in the business in 1992. Prior to that, Brian Pillman was the very first person to train me. I was 17 years old. He was already signed by WCW, and had to go start his dates with WCW, so I never completed my training with Brian. But that was my start. Then I was 21 years old in 1992, went to Charlie Fulton School, which is a monster factory about 3.5 hours from my house. So we used to go up there like 3 days a week. Different today, there's a school like in every corner, and a lot of crap out there, and some really good schools too. But nonetheless, you know, long drive, miserable, but you know, you follow your dream. So we started out in 1992, did some different shows around Ohio and that. Went down south. USWA was big back then. Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, Brian Christopher, Superstar Bill Dundee, all these guys. USWA was developmental for WWF back then. Right around maybe just 6 months after I was wrestling for them, that's when The Rock had come in, and a lot of guys like that. You know, they started getting their breaks right there. They started pushing all their developmental through there. Then of course, like 95, 96 was Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So I kind of inched my way through that. Started doing some stuff with WCW in 96. 97 started doing my WWF stuff. Was sent to OVW to, I guess, help fine-tune some of the future talent, such as Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, John Cena, Shelton Benjamin, Batista, you know, all those guys, and further went up through there.
What was that like? I mean, I know at that time there were just wrestlers, right? But I mean, so much talent in that era. Right?
You didn't know the pool of talent that you were around, and you know, everybody's just regular people, and you just didn't realize that the guys that you're in the locker room with were going to be the guys that were on the tractor trailers next to you when you were coming through. And WWE came to town. Their faces, Randy Orton, John Cena's, Batista's, Brock Lesnar, all these guys, you know. This was the future of the wrestling. You didn't realize that that was WWE's future in that locker room today to date.
Right. And I'm sure, I mean, like, even with that being said, you know, after that, after that you posed for Playgirl?
Posed for it twice. The first time was in 1997, and if you read my Wikipedia, it boasts that was...
By the way, I just did that. That's how I got some of my information.
They
jump-started your career, right?
Yeah, they boast that was what kicked off my career, because Shawn Michaels was the only other person known to pose for Playgirl back then. So fast forward to about 10 years later, 11 years later, 2008, I did it a second time, which always feels good. You're a little bit older, so you like to think you still got it when you get older. 10 years later, got a full-page layout and my name on the front cover, so that was kind of cool. So twice there. Did some male dance in my time and finished off with Chippendales. So I call it my trifecta. WWE, Chippendales, Playgirl twice, and then the front cover.
I mean, guys, just like you said at the very beginning, that's like the life of a rock star slash wrestler, and this is the lifestyle he lives. And I think when he has the name sexy in front of it, he can back it up. I mean, he's been there. He's done what everybody, kind of wishes that they could do. Who don't wish they were Chippendale dancers?
I like to think that the character that I play is really me.
Yeah, you can't. There's no hiding anything.
A little over exaggerated maybe, but that's me.
Yeah, and I want to. When I first saw you, it was in the actual OCW. The first time I ever saw you, actually, you were holding titles. It was back when Bart Davis owned OCW.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And you went on some crazy matches, and I was like, man, this guy is legit, man. Like, as soon as I come on, because I hadn't seen a lot of indie wrestling at that time, and I was like, man, this guy has the tools, man. I mean, he has the look, and, how come I haven't seen him, And then I guess you went by Steve Casey, correct?
Originally, the whole thing was when I first started doing my dates with WWF. Went up there and they said, "You can't be Sean." I'm like, "I have to be Sean. That's who I am. It's my name. That's that's on my license." He said, "No, there's already Sean here." And I guess because me and Shawn Michaels supposedly look similar or whatever, so no, Sean. I said, "Okay, that's fine. How about Shane?" They go, "No, that's Vince's son." I'm like, "So it can't be Shane either." I'm like, "Steve?" They're like, "Steve's fine." So they asked Vince there. This came straight from Vince. Vince said, "We already got a Sean. And Shane is my son." I said, "Steve," and Vince says, "That's fine."
Wow, that's amazing. Then you've also wrestled at 304 Wrestling also, right?
Yes.
You like 304 Wrestling?
Yeah, that's a great group. A lot of good talent there. Always have great shows. And from day one, they treated me great. And I can't say nothing but good things about them.
Right. What about the local indie scene? I mean, there's some bad feds out there, that kind of gives indie wrestling a black eye, so to speak.
It does, because in wrestling now, you can buy a ring from anybody. People like High Spot sell rings. People think because
they put $5 grand, right?
Yeah, their parents got money, or someone will loan them money, or a bunch of people throw in because they have a ring now. They have a wrestling show.
I'm a promoter.
Yeah, they really have a ring to be a promoter.
Right. Yeah, it kind of gives wrestling a black eye. But you see shows like this, and then you actually go to a show that you see 300 people in the stands. You know that the promoter's actually doing something, a good thing. And,
Absolutely.
But it's always a pleasure, man, seeing you, man. And every time I see you, can you do one thing for the camera? Will you tilt your head back and give me a good Sean Casey laugh? Please. No. I love it. I do. Anyways, there you go. That's what I was waiting on. But this is Jay Downs with PrimeTime Preps, Sexy Sean Casey, and we're out. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, brother.